Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, everybody listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey win. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, don't go afraid to go on. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Real glad about it, too. You know, I hope that God always keeps me in the frame of mind to try to be sharing and try to be motivational and uplifting, even when it's not felt or wanted by some people. I have people around me who seem to not benefit at all for anything, and I can sit with them and talk to them or take meetings with them to try to encourage them, and for whatever reason, you know, they want to just keep going the way they're going. When you run into people like that, you have to pray for them. You have to just hope that one day that they release the chains on their mind and open up your mind to a new way of thinking. A couple of things I wanted to go over with you. I want you to all today, in terms of motivation, I want you to be aware of statements or old sayings that have been created that you hear over the course of time, and you may be applying them to your life, and I want you to be careful of some of them. Because some of these old sayings, man, are not designed for people who are dreamers, are not designed for people who have any aspirations of being extraordinary. These are not designs or sayings that people who want to be extremely successful at anything or have high aspirations to put these sayings into your life. Let me give you an example. Statistics say. That's it. That's the one I want you to be careful about. Statistics say. Be very careful of stats. When a person says, you know, statistics say 1 out of every, what? See, listen to me. These are things that sound like they're good, sound, solid advice, but they're setting you up for failure. And you can't adhere yourself to a lot of these sayings that's been passed down from generations, and it's not scripture. It ain't in the scripture nowhere that statistics say. It's just some people. And a lot of people who have lost have come up with these sayings to justify why they keep losing or why they lost. When I was first got started in the business, there were more stand-ups around now than it is today, because the comedy boom in 84, 85 was it was gaining a lot of momentum. It was comedy clubs, comedy nights everywhere. the statistic that a guy told me, I told him I wanted to be on the Johnny Carson show, the Tonight Show. The guy said 1 out of every 2,000 comedians ever make it to the Tonight Show. Okay. Now, when he told us that, some of the comedians in the room went, well, wow, man, that's rough. Because a guy had also said that there was approximately 6,000 comedians in the country at that time. I don't know if it was true. I'm just telling you, guy was out there spewing numbers. I have no idea how many it was. But he said 1 in every 2,000 will make it to the Tonight Show. And he let the air out of everybody in the room but me. So every night before I went on stage, I used to do this right here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da. That was the Tonight theme song. Now, I was young, opening act, nowhere near Hollywood. I was in Cleveland telling jokes at one-nighters, but that was my thing. Because I was bent and determined that if it's 1 in 2,000, okay, why don't I just be the one? Be careful when people say statistics say, because they are set up for failure if you're going to adhere to them. See, that 1 in so many people win the lottery, but if you don't play the lottery, you ain't going to be the one to hit. Now, when the dude hit you, go, wow, he was lucky, but he played. Here's another one. Maybe it's not meant to be. All right, let's go one step further. I guess it wasn't the Lord's will. Don't you dare blame God for something you may have not done yourself. Because you didn't get the proper education, because you didn't do the things you were supposed to do, because you didn't stay to the task, because you quit, turned around and went the other way. Now, maybe it wasn't the Lord's will. These are all statements that sound like sound advice, but they ain't all the time got nothing to do with you. Stop letting these old fogey sayings get in your way of what can happen in your life. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Why? Who came up with this? Who came up with this? If you don't pour all your efforts into one thing, how are you going to be great at that one thing? If Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird had not played basketball sun up to sundown, Magic Johnson didn't go to Michigan to get an education. Larry Bird ain't go to Indiana to get an education. These cats was balling. Michael Jordan didn't go to North Carolina to get an education. They went to play ball. They went to do one thing. Tiger Woods didn't go to Stanford to get an education. He went to play golf. Soon as he got good enough, he gone. These is guys that put all their eggs in one basket. See, what's cool with putting all your eggs in one basket is you now can maximize your effort and laser beam what you're doing. Your problem is all you got to do is make sure what is your basket made out of. If your basket is made out of faith, hope, hard work, and belief, then guess what? That's a good basket. I'm dumping all mine in it. Because ever since I was a young dude, I've been telling jokes. One thing only. Even when it got ugly and I was living in a car, I never quit telling them jokes, man. I just kept believing that them jokes was going to pay me one day. And I'd be doggone if it didn't. I ain't take no time off, go work at the Walmart, get me a job, go back to Ford and beg for my job back. Hey, man, put all your eggs in a basket. Just make sure that your basket is made up of faith, hope, belief, hard work. Your basket woven by God, what you tripping for? You defeating yourself. Where is your faith? Where is your belief? Where is your trust? At one point in time, you got to believe that God can do what he say he gonna do, because he done it for others. He'll most certainly do it for you. Be careful of these sayings that's out here that's aligned by losers and people to justify why they are not succeeding. Don't apply this stuff to your life and it ain't got nothing to do with you. You're going to mess yourself up. All right? Okay.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The Steve Harvey Morning Show is about to begin. As a matter of fact, it's already started. Today's show is dedicated to me. Yep, today I have decided that today I am going to be about as ignorant as I can be. Thank you.
Embarrass me.
Shirley's what?
Embarrass me, darling.
Coming up, Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning to the show.
You down. Yeah,
dedicated
Carla, for
to
real.
you.
Well, good morning. You know when Shirley says that, here you go.
Have I ever disappointed you?
Not ever. Not one
Junior
time.
boy.
Boy, you the master at it.
Watch me.
What is boy the master at this?
Junior, learn something.
I'm about to.
Or nah.
Learn yourself
Yeah.
something.
Well, everybody good today?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Good
come on.
Thursday.
Yeah, so close
Let's
to the
go.
weekend. Yes.
Man.
Yeah, I like Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep,
told
because
y'all.
tomorrow is Friday.
You tell us at the beginning of the week to have a good weekend. You claim
Got
it
to
at
claim
the
it.
beginning of the week.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Got to
Got
claim
to
it.
claim it.
But you know, your nephew, he
That's who missing.
said, yeah, he's not here, Tommy, but he always says he doesn't like Fridays because it's
don't
too
like
close.
Fridays?
It's too close to Monday.
Stupid.
That's his ignorant logic.
Exactly what that is.
Okay, precious.
I know.
Yes.
I know he don't like the end of the. I don't know. I know he don't like Friday night
Why? Friday night?
Why?
because
Why?
it's cutting the weekend short.
Oh,
Okay.
short.
You just going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last thing he needs is something else short.
So you sound like you're in a good mood today, Steve.
Man, I'm about to be ignorant.
Uh-huh.
Ready
I
for
done
it.
had. Oh, please.
You had a great week?
No, having a great week. I've had better, but I deal with whatever. I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
You know,
there
right.
you go.
I'm grateful anyway.
For every new day.
I'm grateful for the good times and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know within the bad times there's a lesson and a blessing somewhere in it. Just
That's
got to
right.
ride it out and see what it is.
That's right.
Well, just got to ride it out and see what it is.
Because consider the alternative if you are not here to see any of it.
Not waking up is not the
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So true.
No, ain't nobody came back and told us nothing. Did
So today is National Bologna Day.
Yep, something else I don't eat no more of.
Why is that? Why that?
Something
Yeah.
else I don't eat no more of.
But it was a staple as a kid.
Why you don't eat no more?
Back
huh?
in the day.
No. I had
Sandwiches?
way too many days of that. No, I done had enough. But I had more bologna than all y'all put together.
Really?
Trust and believe.
Well, Steve, this is going to be your favorite day because we're going to do your favorite segment coming up at 32 minutes after the hour. It is time for Ask Steve right after this.
This is Ask Ignut Steve.
Okay, Ask Ignorant Steve
Okay.
right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve, your favorite segment, you have renamed it today, though.
Just
Normally-
for today only.
Yeah, normally it's Ask Steve, but today it's what?
Ask Ignut Steve.
Because you made a promise at the beginning of the show that you were
That
going
I
to be
was going to be
ignorant.
as ignorant as I possibly can and remain on the air.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's a
because I got
goal.
another level, but we're going
Yeah.
to be out of work.
Yeah, we like our jobs.
Yeah.
We do.
So you got a line. We
Ready
gotta-
whenever
we got
y'all
a
are.
line.
All right, Steve, here we go. Please keep your answers short as to get in as many questions as possible. Thank you. All right, here we go, Steve. Ask Ignorant Steve. What was the best way that someone hit on you?
Say that again.
What was the best way that someone hit on you? Someone tried to holler at you.
Oh, a girl asked me one time who I had no desire for at all. You want some of this?
That's about as best as you got.
Yeah, came right on out with it, and I did not.
So you.
But I had to respect her game though. Yeah.
Her forthrightness.
You want some of this? And I played it off and act like I don't eat potato chips because she was eating chips. And I tried to act like that's what she was talking about. I only like potato chips. I ain't talking about potato chips. Well,
you need to be.
Either way, I don't want it.
Wait, who don't like potato chips?
I know.
though?
What's wrong with you?
Steve said it sounded like a grab.
That's all I had right now.
You want some of this? No, I don't eat potato chips.
Yeah.
That was actually a good comeback, though. 'Cause
That was.
You didn't hurt
like
her
it.
feelings, or anything. You were nice. Yeah,
He
you
was
let her
quick.
down
He was
easily.
quick on his feet.
Yeah.
You let her down easily. All right, Junior, come on. What you got?
All right. What is something that you 99.99% sure of?
That Tommy is the dumbest person I've ever hired.
Oh my God!
Not here, Steve.
Another
clap
mistake.
But it's 99.99% sure.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
All right, this
All
is
right,
the
I got one for you.
one and only version of Ask Ignorant Steve. Carla, go.
All right, Shirley, here we go. Ignat Steve. What got more attention than it deserved? Anything you can think of, it got more attention than it deserved.
The election of Donald Trump.
Way more attention.
How the hell we let this happen?
It should have just been a headline, and they should have
Oh,
just
we
moved
were
on.
asleep at the wheel. Hey, sorry, y'all. Miscount.
Yes.
We messed up.
I mean, when we woke up the next day, we thought it was a nightmare. Well, how could this be true?
I thought it was a
He
hoax.
thought it was too. The look on his face said everything.
No, the
but-
look on his son's face.
Yeah.
Boy, when that little Byron
it.
walked down there to accept the award, he was looking like, man, damn, where's my PlayStation?
And then
Oh, Baron.
yeah. All right,
was
here's
like,
my
"How
question,
in the
Ignorant Steve, on this day. What is your perfect pizza? Ignorant answers only, please.
My perfect pizza,
Yes.
heavy on the spam.
For a pizza?
Yeah.
Who put spam on pizza?
How ignorant is that?
Okay.
100%.
Heavy on the stand.
That
What
ignorant
else?
enough for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never would have
That's
thought
pretty
spam, but
Of all the ingredients. No.
Yeah.
And heavy on it.
uh-huh.
Next
That-
question.
Okay,
All
come
right.
on, Junior.
I just asked Ignorant Steve.
Mm-hmm.
What about you hasn't changed at all since you was a kid?
The fact that my ass is still ignorant and have not tried to improve it in 62 years.
Ain't worked on it.
Committed to it and got whipped for it. Didn't do nothing to me. Been suspended for it. Didn't do nothing for it. Had my driver's license took. Nothing. Been on probation. Didn't do nothing to me. Got convicted. Nothing.
Steve, you
Wow.
been suspended from school before? You got
What?
Yeah.
Was that
Wait
a
a minute.
Just a
rhetorical
question.
What? I have a criminal record. What the hell is the suspension for?
Okay.
Wow.
Just ask a question.
Well, how the hell is the suspension hard to believe?
When you been to jail?
I've been on federal probation for 5 years. What is the suspension from school surprising about? I don't
kidding.
sound
What'd you
like
get
they done put
suspended
me
for?
out the damn school
I'm getting
What'd
embarrassed.
you get suspended for?
for talking.
I used to get in
Hell,
trouble all the time
you
for talking,
think,
but I never got
man?
suspended.
I done said some stuff to some teachers, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Who, Mrs.
Really?
Blandon?
I couldn't stand that heifer.
Mrs.
I swear to
Blandon,
you,
Steve?
I promise you I couldn't stand that heifer. I promise.
And why was that?
Oh, dream killing heifer told me because I studied I wasn't going to ever be nothing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
what did you say?
I bet I do heifer.
And look at you now. You don't stutter and look at you.
Now
You're
what?
scaring us. All right, I got a quick question. Come on, Ignorant Steve. Here we go. What's a phrase? No! Listen!
I couldn't even get it out. That's why I got sent to the office for trying to say.
I'm getting embarrassed, Steve. You're doing your job.
Q.
Got it. Come on, Carla, what's your question?
What phrase or saying which annoys you when you hear it? What phrase or saying annoys you when you hear it?
I know I said I was going to pay you today.
Uh-huh.
That's the phrase.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Uh-huh.
Don't know if there's nothing come after that.
I know I said I was
it's a
going to pay
but.
you today. Yeah, but what?
But yeah, that's annoying. Got
All
it.
right, listen, coming up, thank you, Ignorant Steve. Coming up, Junior is in for the nephew with Run That Prank Back. That's coming up right after this.
He got to come back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news. TMZ, this is some terrible news right here. Van, everybody knows Van from TMZ.
Yeah.
Well, Van was fired from TMZ. We'll tell you about that. That's crazy. And then Drake has 2 new championship rings. Plus, Miss Ann will be here with today's national news. But right now, it is Junior in for the nephew with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Junior?
Your son peed in the pool. Your son peed in the pool. It was everywhere. People, what is that, Pimpin'?
Yeah, what's up, Junior?
What's happening, Pimpin'?
What's up, Shirley? What's
Hey,
up?
hey, Pimpin'.
Came in without the music. What's up,
Yeah.
Carla? What's up, Chocolate?
What's happening, Pimpin? You just popped up
Yeah,
on us.
Pimpin',
What's
you
going
just-
on?
how you do
Just
that?
popped in, you know, Tommy ain't here. And some gotta go on with these pranks, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I just came in to help Junior out. Your son peed in the pool. Again.
I love it, Pimpin.
Pimpin', what's that you got on today, Pimpin'? What is that?
You see it?
Yeah.
You like that?
What you rocking?
Man, what is that?
What's that?
Earthworm.
Uh-uh.
It's an earthworm jacket. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Smooth, ain't it?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Well,
Fit like a glove.
Yeah.
Earthworm.
Tight.
Earthworm.
You know, it's nice, man. You know,
Yeah.
can't get in trouble for killing him.
No, man, that is awesome.
Peter called me. I said, This
Not today.
earthworm. Yeah, ain't no shortage in him.
Well, tell him the title of the prank again, Pimpin'.
Hey, the title of this prank, everybody, Tommy ain't here. Your son, your little boy, the youngest one, peed in the pool.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm trying to reach Anastasia.
this is she.
How you doing, man? Listen, I'm Glenn, the lifeguard over here at the pool, here in the apartment complex.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a son named?
Yes, sir. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything is fine. I mean, a quick question, ma'am. We got a situation here with.
What's going on?
We're not going to be allowed to let him swim here at the pool in the complex anymore.
What?
We got
What you mean?
Your son. I mean, he swims here pretty much every other day. You know, I'm always here seeing him swim. But it seems like is, you know, we've been trying to figure out who it is. Your son keep peeing in the pool.
Man, my son ain't peeing no pool.
Ma'am, I don't want to get into it with you. Your son is. We finally narrowed it down. Your son is the one that's peeing in the pool every day. And, you know, it's really a bad thing. We can't continue to keep letting him come over here. We got to ban him from the pool.
My son don't pee in no pool. We ain't nasty like that. Did you check the to be in the pool? Why the you gonna say it's my son in the pool?
Well, your son is the one that be making faces and stuff, and I know that's what he doing. He in there peeing. Your son is the one that's peeing in the pool.
You making faces?
He be making faces, so I know he in there peeing.
What that got to do with a He can be making faces because pool cold or something. What the hell you gonna say he in the pool because he making faces?
Ma'am, I'm not gonna go
We
back.
not lasting like that. I teach my kids better than that. He ain't in no pool.
Hey, lady, I'm not gonna. All I'm saying is he can't come over here and swim anymore. He's banned from the pool until we rectify this problem. Now,
As long as I'm paying my when he gonna be in that pool, and we don't in no pool, when he gonna be down there tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm bringing all my kids to the pool.
No,
we gonna all in that.
Ma'am, I'm not finna sit here and go back and forth with you. All I'm trying to tell you is this right here. Your son has been peeing in the pool. My boss wants me to ban him. If he's not the one, then we will allow him to come back later. But right now, we're singling people out, and your son, it just seems like he's the one that's doing it.
What you say your name was?
My name is Glenn. I'm Glenn the lifeguard. That's who I am.
Now, what's your real name? Glenn what? Because the I'm supposed to be calling me. You ain't got no business calling my phone talking about my son no fool.
I'm not at liberty to give my last. I'm not at liberty to give my last name. The bottom line is we can't have your son in the phone. What?
But you ain't liberty to call my phone. But you can't give me your own name.
Okay, listen. All I'm supposed to do is call you and let you know that we banned your son from getting in the pool.
I don't give a what you talking about. You can't ban my son from playing the lifeguard. Get a real job, a summer job. Do you got a job at all? Calling my phone, you silly. You know what? You ain't about and you can't stop nobody from coming to pool. And we gonna be down there tomorrow again. And if we did in the pool, do your job and clean that out.
Man, let me say this to you. If your son comes to the pool tomorrow and get in the pool, I'm snatching your son out of the pool.
I wish you would. I wish you would. You don't need a lifeguard. You snatch my son out of the pool. I wish you would. What time the pool open at 10 o'clock? We gonna be there at 9:30. You got me up. Come out, you gonna snatch my son out of the pool. You done lost your mind. Everybody be in the pool. You done lost your mind.
Hey, lady, the problem is your son has been singled out. All the other kids are pointing at and saying he's the one that's doing it. Your son is the one that's peeing in the pool. He's peeing in the
pool. Whatever.
Okay. For right now, all I'm asking you is keep your son away from the pool for the next 2 weeks. If we find out that it's not him, we'll allow him to come back, okay?
Hey, he ain't staying away from the pool for 2 weeks, and if he do, he gonna come back and do some more pool. I'm gonna take him the whole 2 weeks worth of and go back to that talking about my son in the pool. You can tell by his face. You said, what your boss said? How the you supposed to be watching for life? You watch in the pool. You done lost your mind. You must not know who the you talking to. I will be down there tomorrow. Me and all 5 of my kids, and they don't get in the pool too. Know who
you not bringing all them kids over there, getting them in the pool. Let me tell you something. Don't you bring them kids over there and bring them in the pool. No, none of your children.
I don't give a what you say. You don't run you a lifeguard. Get real.
Listen, lady, I'm not going to continue to go back and forth. I got one more thing I need to say to you, and I'm done, okay? One more thing, and I'm done.
You ain't got to say to me.
I do have one thing I do need to say to you.
What the you got to say to me?
I need to say this. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked from your homeboy.
You.
Hello?
I'm a kid. Look at man, look here. Nephew Tommy, man, you about to get this life going. Look at this fool. Y'all play too much. Y'all know y'all play too much. Don't raise my blood pressure for nothing. I'm walking toward the pool now.
I thought you was coming to the pool tomorrow.
I was coming to the office today. And they still was opening the 5 o'clock office to tell me y'all done call my files about my son in the pool. I was gonna come now.
Take care of them kids, baby. I got one more thing I got to ask you. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby. The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, thank you, Pimpin'. Thank you, Junior, in for the nephew.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Man came in for me.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so in today's entertainment news, according to multiple media outlets, Van Lathan was fired from TMZ. He put his hand around the throat of co-host Michael Babcock. Reportedly, after shooting a segment together for TMZ Live, Van told Babcock if he ever embarrassed him like that again, there would be trouble. According to Page 6, Van decided to return to confront Babcock and walked all the way across the room, came from behind Babcock and grabbed him. And it seemed that there was a disagreement between the two during the discussion about the video of Ellen DeGeneres talking to former President George W. Bush at the Dallas Cowboys football game recently. Wow.
Oh, man.
Van was one of the staples on that show. Everybody waited to hear what Van had to say. He was funny, insightful, bright. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Smart.
the brother that
Very.
confronted Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But you can't.
Can't put your
Yeah, where
hands.
that the emotion come
Yeah.
from? You can't put your hands on nobody now. At work.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Not no more. You can, but you ain't gonna be working there.
Yeah.
Right.
You
If
do
you
it.
go with that.
Yeah, you can go with that
Yeah.
feeling of anger, but you ain't gonna be working on them. I like that dude though, man. I
Oh,
think he'll be
yeah.
back at work though. He'll be back at work. Not at TMZ, but he'll be back.
Yeah. Babcock
Yeah, he has his
was the one with the
podcast.
hair, the big hair. Everybody,
I don't even
he's
know
known
who
for
that
his
is.
hair.
Yeah,
He's known for his
I
hair.
like Van better. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh, Van.
like a Willie Turner moment right there.
Well, we're going to move on, Junior, after that comment, okay? In other
him a
entertainment
check.
news,
Give him a check. Give him a check. Give him a check.
TT.
Drake received not one, but 2 rings celebrating the Toronto Raptors' 2019 NBA championship win. One ring is the official NBA championship ring. It was awarded to the team on Tuesday at the opening night ceremony. The other one is a commission piece from Jason of Beverly Hills, who used 30 carats of diamonds to make a championship ring that shines just a little harder than all the rest. The celeb jeweler told TMZ that Drake had to fly me to the Turks and Caicos for an emergency design meeting. The real team
Not
ring-
emergency. Just,
I know, an emergency design
design?
meeting, okay? When you got it like that, you got it like that, okay? Have you ever had to do that, Steve? You're rich. Have you ever had to fly someone in for an emergency design meeting?
nope.
No jewelry?
Nope. Nah, you can email me the design. Yeah. You ain't got to come here.
But to
Yeah.
Turks and Caicos, though? I love it.
Wow.
The real team ring has a face made of 74 diamonds representing the team's winning record for last season. A large diamond and custom-cut baguette diamonds arranged.
Oh, I saw the ring.
To look like the Toronto
ring is
skyline.
stunning.
Yeah,
Not
it's
not
big.
Drake's.
Yeah, I saw
I'm
it,
talking about the team.
Yeah.
I saw
yeah.
it. Mhm.
Yeah,
It was
it's-
beautiful.
Yeah, I
You're
did
right.
too.
Oh, nice size on it.
Boy, I'm talking about real nice side.
Wow. So they made the diamonds look like the Toronto skyline, huh?
Yeah,
No,
that's-
seriously, the
that's
dude
creative.
comes up.
That's
I was
cool.
with a dude. So man, this girl he was with talking about that's too gaudy. Where you gonna wear that to? I said, hell yeah, where?
Where
I
you
can't
got?
think of no. I can't think of no. Where the hell I ain't gonna have mine.
I'm telling you.
All right, Steve, time to get caught up on today's headlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, everybody, and good morning. This is Ann Tripp with the news. President Trump has lifted the sanctions he imposed on Turkey now that Ankara has agreed to a ceasefire in northern Syria, and President Trump's not shy about who made it happen.
This was an outcome created by us, the United States, and nobody else, no other nation. Very simple. And we're willing to take blame, and we're also willing to take credit.
Of course, Turkey's attacks on that area only started after President Trump announced the pullout of American troops. The White House says that the U.S. will be monitoring the implementation of the agreement. It's between Turkey and Russia to jointly patrol that part of Syria, the part currently occupied by Kurdish military forces. Once again, though, Trump says he's lifting sanctions that he placed on Turkey. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill yesterday, some 20 Republican lawmakers broke House rules and stormed into a closed-door committee meeting involving the impeachment inquiry. According to committee rules, the only people allowed into such hearings are the lawmakers serving on the panels, and there, of course, are Democrats and Republicans on all the panels. In fact, one of the congressmen, though, on the targeted panel, California's Eric Swalwell, suggests that his GOP colleagues may have actually been panicked over Tuesday's testimony by the top U.S. envoy to Ukraine, William Taylor, because Taylor said that Donald Trump was trying to force the Ukrainians to dig up dirt on Joe Biden and his son in return for promised military aid.
The tactics are a response to just damaging and pulverizing testimony, but they will not stop us in pursuing the truth.
Democrats say closed-door statements are necessary at this point in order to keep witnesses from coordinating or copying or shaving their testimony. In Phoenix, a white cop has been fired after being seen on cell phone video threatening to shoot a young black man, his fiancée, and his 2 young children after stopping their car and accusing them of stealing a doll from a local dollar store. Turns out that the couple's 4-year-old daughter picked up the doll as they walked out of the store, and they didn't notice with all the groceries and other items they had bought that day. The mayor of Phoenix has issued a public apology to the family, and the officer involved, a guy named Christopher Meyer, has been fired. A white cop in New Mexico has resigned after being seen on body cam throwing an 11-year-old black girl up against a wall and wrestling the child to the ground, making the initial excuse that the 11-year-old girl was stronger than he was. The now former cop, Zachary Christensen, had been called to the middle school to resolve a dispute between the child and the principal. No word on whether that principal, a white man also, was overreacting by feeling the need to call cops on an 11-year-old black child. A grand jury in Boston has charged 7 coaches and administrators with conspiring to commit mail and wire fraud. Prosecutors accuse them of accepting bribes to secure the admissions of wealthy kids to elite universities, designating them as top athletic recruits in sports they didn't even play. New charges carrying a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, but, if convicted, they're expected to spend much less time than that. Today, National Mother-in-Law Day. Mother-in-law. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
This is a sad story right here, Steve. Our home station, Hot 107.7, in the city of Birmingham, the state of Alabama, and the entire country is mourning the death of beautiful little 3-year-old Kamille "Cupcake" McKinney. Kamille was abducted from a birthday party back on October 12th at the Tom Brown Village public housing community. Children attending the party said a man got out of an SUV and put Kamille into the vehicle. This kind of a loss right here is just unimaginable. The remains of Kamille were found in a trash bin in a landfill. 2 people have been charged with kidnapping and capital murder. Patrick Devontae Smith and his girlfriend, Derek Erisha Brown. Those are their names. Our prayers and condolences are with the entire McKinney family at this time. This is such a tragic time.
This is such a damn shame.
Yes,
you know,
it
man.
is.
The sickness of people is at an all-time high in this world we are in today. We're facing a time where people have never been sicker. People perpetrate more evil against one another now than ever before. And they do it with no remorse. This ain't even war. This is somebody done took this child's life. And
baby,
for
Jesus.
what?
3-year-old baby.
There is no question that like what did she do? There's none of that.
No, she's just at a birthday party, Steve.
And some butthole. See, man, what need to happen to him? They need. I know they're gonna put him because it's high profile. They're gonna put him in protective custody, but you can't protect him all the time. You got to put him out there with the brothers and let him. They gonna know.
You killing our children, our babies. What?
Are you kidding me,
protect
man?
our kids.
I know.
Man, I'm just disgusted by this story. My heart is broken behind this baby girl.
This was heartbreaking right here. It really, really was. Such a sweet little angelic face. Just happy. A happy baby at a birthday party. And this is her. This is how she ends up. It's unimaginable. It really, really is. For something like this.
Damn shame, man.
It is.
It's just a damn shame, man. That there's people that sick in this world. Now, my question, here's where I'm against taxpayers' money for trials. He did it. That's him. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
I am glad they caught them, the people that did it. Of course, it won't bring the baby back, Camille, but at least they caught the perpetrators. Whew. And again, our prayers and condolences are with the McKinney family. Boy, oh boy. Coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 34 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so we're in the middle of the World Series, Steve. Shout out to the most decorated gymnast in the world, Simone Biles, who threw out the first ceremonial pitch last night at the Nationals versus Astros game in Houston. Wow.
Go Stros.
Yes.
Let's just put that in there, Junior.
Yeah.
Go Stros.
We mean go.
Go.
And go Simone Biles, too. Wow, what a year. What a moment she's having. Yeah. However, Steve and Junior, also in sports news, the NBA season has begun. I know you guys are happy about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. According to sports books now, there's a lot of money riding on the Lakers to win the championship this year. We'll stop right there. What do you guys think?
Say that again.
The what?
There's a lot of money, the bookies in Vegas and everybody, a lot of money riding on the Lakers to win it all this year, the championship.
From what I saw the other night, I didn't watch the entire game, but I watched bits and pieces of it, and they're going to be real tough. They lost.
Yeah, to the Clippers, yeah.
But let me explain something to you. Them boys right there, boy. That boy Green, what's his name? Green, was it Kevin? Victor Green? What is his name?
Oh, for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior.
What is
Wait a
Green's
minute.
name?
Let me look him up. I know he used to play with the Raptors last season.
I know you know
But
all
yeah.
this stuff, Junior.
Yeah, he's good.
What's his name?
I'm working on getting his
That's
name.
real good. That's real
Yeah.
good. Ooh,
Yeah.
we sound
What to say,
unprofessional.
Junior?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I told you he played for the Raptors last season.
Oh, you said that, yeah. You said he was real good. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got that. Yeah.
But it had slipped my mind.
You agree?
Yeah, his last name is Green. Uh-huh.
Why can't I'm looking at the player. I can't think of his name.
Let's see. Danny Green?
Danny Green.
There it is.
Well, it's
Lord
okay.
have mercy.
We all have blackouts
Yeah.
on this show.
I
You
have them all
shouldn't. You
the
should.
time.
You
Yeah.
should not know him though.
Oh, say that one more time.
You
Junior.
should not know him.
Not the
'Cause he's a
double
bad
negative,
boy.
Shirley.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't
He's a
know he
bad
was 6'6" though.
Oh, wow.
So let me ask you a question then, Steve Jr.
and
So
me.
the Lakers could. Yeah, Shirley, you've been watching basketball.
Stop,
Give my girl a high five.
stop. You ain't got a high five.
Don't do it.
You don't know nothing about this. Come on, what's the question?
Yeah.
All right, so the question
I
is,
know Danny
what
Green.
about the Clippers though? Kawhi Leonard? I mean,
Oh, he
Oh, they
Whoa,
strong.
man.
now.
yeah,
Leonard put up
and the
16.
Rockets, the West is looking pretty strong.
The Rockets,
The
as the season
Rockets?
goes on, they're going to be real. They're going to be a hard team to whoop. I just,
Yeah.
my favorite NBA player is Russell Westbrook.
Houston Rockets.
More
yeah.
over LeBron?
No, I love LeBron. My favorite player, if I could have anybody's game in the league,
Oh, his
if I could have
style, his
anybody's game,
Okay.
oh, this dude be,
Okay.
he be balling, man.
Inside, outside.
I just love
Dunk.
Russell. He going to the rack. You know, his jumper ain't that great, but he can score. He's a machine. Assists, triple doubles. He plays every aspect of the game. I love his motor. Now, of course, you know, I'm a LeBron James man all the way. But
Yeah.
the dude that I love that people wouldn't think I would is Russell
Now,
Westbrook, man.
let me ask you this: would you come to the arena dressed like what Russell Westbrook?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Hell
what does
yeah.
he wear?
Boy,
He's
boy,
fly.
blue cheek like a pimp. Like a
Really?
pimp with attitude. I
Just
mean,
name
every
me one
What did he
outfit.
wear?
Yeah, one
lime
outfit.
green,
Yeah.
black turtleneck, gold chain, picture of his mama, leopard hat, cow
Leopard hat.
print
Oh,
jacket,
like that?
tiger pants. Oh boy, come on.
I know that's right up your alley, Unc. All
Boy,
that.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
All the stuff Pimpin' be wearing.
Dog, he dressed just like Pimpin'. Him and Cam Newton. I dressed like Cam Newton, except when he dressed like Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah,
That's
with the
thing.
scarf, with the
With the scarf.
Yeah, I don't want to be Katharine Hepburn.
All right, coming up next, Junior in for the nephew with today's prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today's subject, adding insult to injury. That is the subject. But right now, Junior is in for the nephew with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Junior?
Well, this is simply called The Ring.
Ooh, like the scary movie?
Nah, this the prank.
Oh.
Pranks do they own.
It ain't scary.
This ain't scary. This is ignorant. What this is. This ain't nothing scary about this. It's scary that the nephew did it. But this is The Ring.
Okay.
Run it, cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Denise, please.
Yes, this is she.
Hi, Denise. My name is Gavin. I'm actually the head jeweler here at Diamond.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. You brought your ring in, what was it, last week? I actually wasn't here, but you gave it to one of my salespersons,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you wanted to get it resized as well as get it appraised, correct?
Yes. And you don't have to tell him I did that. I want to do the appraisal on my own.
Okay. Wow. Okay, listen. I actually did resize the ring, and first of all, let me be the first to say congratulations. When is your wedding?
Thank you. I'm getting married in September.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Listen, I don't know how to tell you this. Now, as far as the appraisal is concerned, I've looked at your ring over and over, and this ring is probably worth maybe $50.
Excuse me?
I've been in this business for over 20 years.
But you know what? I'm confused on what you just said.
And I understand that. What I'm trying to explain to you is that I've been in this business for over 20 years. I've seen so many different pieces of jewelry, and this is something that you buy late night on an infomercial for $19.99. This is a cubic zirconian stone, and the gold is not real at all. It's like gold plated.
Wait. You lost me. You lost me. As much money as my man make, and as much money as my father is putting down on his wedding or has put down. And you gonna sit
Ma'am,
up here
I understand everything you're saying, but Denise, honestly,
No. What I need you to do is hold on.
Wait.
No. I need you to hold on because we need to call Victor.
Wait, man. Hang on. First of all, I can't. Wait,
no, sir.
Wait. Hold the
phone. Hold
okay, can you slow down for a second?
Because I need you to hold on because we're gonna get you on the phone, okay?
Wait. What are you trying to do?
Sir, I need you to repeat to what you just said to me. Okay,
man,
that's all I need you to do.
in the middle of personal stuff, man.
You in it. It's personal now. So I need you to hold on, okay?
Oh, she calling her man. Okay, thank.
Hello?
Victor,
hey,
I need you to
man?
listen to this jeweler that's on the phone. I want you to hear this that he just told me.
Wait, hold on. What's the problem?
What you mean, what's the problem? He gonna tell you what the problem is. Go ahead on, sir. Go ahead on.
Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
My name is Gavin. I'm from Diamonds, and actually your wife, your fiance rather, she brought her ring in to actually be resized.
Yeah.
And we also did an appraisal on the ring for her, and actually the ring is estimated to be only in the worth of around $50.
$50.
$50?
50. That's what the man said, Victor. $50.
Hold on, Denise. Well, sir, obviously there's some sort of mistake, sir.
Now, what you got to say about that, Victor?
Hold on.
$50.
That's got to be some kind of mistake. So what'd you say your name was, sir?
My name is Gavin. I work here at Diamonds. I'm the head jeweler here. I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah, there's no way that ring is worth $50. I know what I paid for it, so obviously there's some sort of mistake.
Sir, there's not a mistake. I've been dealing with jewelry. I've seen it. I can pretty much look at a ring, but I actually went into detail on this one, as I do all of them. And, sir, I promise you, this is probably maybe between $40 and $50 before it's worth is concerned.
No, absolutely not. That's impossible.
How is that impossible? He's the jeweler. You heard him say he's been doing it for 20 years. So how is that impossible? I don't understand that. All the money that my daddy putting down on this wedding, and you gonna pay $50 for a ring?
You bought a cheap ring, sir.
No, I did not buy a cheap ring.
Victor!
This is obviously some kind of mistake. You sure got that right. You sure got that right. So what you got to say for yourself? $50 Denise, you cannot believe that that's right. This is obviously some kind of mistake, sir.
It is a mistake. A mistake in me thinking I'm going to get married to the man of my dream.
I do have the engagement ring that was purchased and bought for your wife.
No, I don't think you do. I don't think you have my ring, because if you had my ring, you wouldn't be telling me that it's worth $50.
Sir, I have the ring that your wife, your fiance brought in.
Fiance, I ain't his wife yet.
Hold on. The man's trying to explain. I'm trying to get to the bottom.
Okay, excuse me.
Thank you. So I don't think you have the right ring.
Sir, I have the right ring, and what I'm letting you know, sir, is that this is something you buy on an infomercial in 2 o'clock in the morning on television.
Dude, you don't. How you gonna come at me like that? I ain't buying no damn ring on an infomercial. I bought the ring from a reputable establishment. I have the receipt. I have the certificate. So obviously the mistake is on your end. Where are you
from? The mistake is not here. Sir, you bought a piece of junk.
Mister, he's been doing it all these years. How the hell he gonna make a mistake?
Where the you come off telling me I bought a piece of junk? I know what I bought. If there's any mistake that's been made, it's on your end.
Sir, it's not on my end.
Hold on. First of all, don't raise.
Victor, wait a you one thing, Victor. My dad is paying too much money for this wedding, so you doggone pay $50 for a doggone ring. You wait till I tell him this.
Chill, hold on. First of all, I don't appreciate you.
Sir, I want to tell you this. This is a typical case of you trying to pawn it off on us because you bought a piece of junk for $50.
Victor, all the money that you doggone make, and I get $50 worth of a ring?
Denise, hold on. Let me talk to you. Where are you calling from?
Get to talking.
Diamonds. Diamonds. I ain't never heard of that. Where is it?
Sir, your wife knows exactly where it is. She's the one that brought the ring in.
I tell you what, I'm going to come down there to see the ring that you're talking about. If it's not the ring that I gave my girl, I'm going to take $7,600 out of your because that's what I paid for the ring.
So now you want to jump on me because you bought your wife a piece of
Come on
and
now.
you want to put it on me.
You don't tell me what the I know what the I spent on a ring, and I don't know what kind of you trying to pull. First of all, I don't appreciate you coming to my household trying to mess my and you want to come at me with this?
I know the ring better be real. Know that.
If I were you, Miss Denise, I would not marry somebody that's going to be...
I'm coming, I'm looking for your punk.
And you know what, you don't get the ring, it ain't right. Me and you gonna go at it.
Can I say one more thing to both of you all?
I tell you what, if it ain't some that I want to hear, me and you gonna have some more problems.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Y'all just got pranked by Denise's sister.
That's why she ain't got no man today. Wow.
That's uncool, man.
Wow.
That's uncool, Tommy. You about to start some
Wow. Vic, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I will make it up to you, baby.
You don't play with a black woman's ring?
I got to ask y'all something. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Wow. The Steve Harvey Morning Show. Wow.
Huh?
Play too much.
Come on. Y'all know, see, every now and then, you got to have the ring come up missing. You know, that's why that's an irrelevant statement. It don't even have nothing to do with the prank. You know, just want you to know just how the nephew do. I got to do it his way.
That's
right.
Do
it his way. That's it. Come on, y'all. Am I the greatest?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
You're the king.
By far.
Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, huh?
Boy, I don't know nobody more great.
Huh?
With a capital G and a capital T.
Up at some more.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a lot of greatness right there.
All capital letters. My damn that 2 G's. That's how great you is.
Yeah, there you go. Appreciate it. You catch the nephew every Saturday at 10 Eastern, 9 Central on Ready to Love. You know, come on. Ain't I great for that?
Oh,
come
yeah.
on. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I've been watching it, nephew. I've been watching it. I mean,
yeah.
Junior.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm good at
Carla.
that.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Junior. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject, adding insult to injury. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter, okay? We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, Junior.
Yes, we are. Right now it's time for the Strawberry Letter with my good friend, Shirley Strawberry.
Thank you, Junior. Dear Steve and Shirley. Well, the subject, adding insult to injury. Dear Steve and Shirley, I got a divorce 4 years ago, and I gave myself time to heal so I would not go into a new relationship with baggage. A year ago, I met a great guy, and we fell for each other quickly. He paid all of my bills, and he was super attentive to my needs. We went on 2 lavish trips, and he promised me that we would travel the world together. He attended my church often, and we prayed together. This man was so good, he even did most of the cooking. He told me that he was staying with his brother, only so he could save money to buy his first home. Everything was just perfect until a year ago when my life got turned upside down. I got a call from my boyfriend's brother to tell me that my boyfriend was in an accident at work and he was rushed to the hospital and is in ICU. I frantically rushed to the hospital to see my boyfriend. When I got to the hospital, his brother stopped me in the waiting area. My heart sank because I thought I was too late. Instead, his brother told me that I could not go see my boyfriend because his wife was in ICU with him. I was like, what in the heck are you talking about? There was no way he's married. I was shocked and confused. I really wanted to bust up in there to see this wife of his, but his brother made sure I didn't. I wanted my boyfriend to see how hurt I was, and I wanted his wife to know that I should be in the room, not her. Now that I've had a few days to think things over, I plan to go back to the hospital to talk to his wife and let him know that I had no idea he was married. It would be best to do it while he's lying there and can't say much. Do you think I'd be wrong? If you think there's a better way to handle it, let me know. Well, yes, I think you would be wrong.
Hold up, Shirley.
Huh?
I was reading the letter. I think you gave the wrong timeline.
What you mean?
I think you said a year ago.
I got a divorce 4 years ago? I'm sorry. I may have. Everything was just perfect until a week ago. Did I say a year ago there, you're saying?
Well, see,
all right.
He met her a year ago. I mean, the girl met him a year ago. A year ago, I met a guy.
Yeah. A year ago, I met a guy.
Yeah.
And everything was just perfect until a week ago. Everything was perfect until a week ago when my life got turned upside down.
There you go.
Okay. She got a call from his brother, and her boyfriend had been in a terrible accident. He's in the ICU. And she wants to know, do you think I'd be wrong to go to the hospital and talk to his wife and talk to him while he can't say much? If you think there's a better way to handle it, let me know. And I'm saying, yeah, I think you'd be wrong if you busted up in the hospital like you want to do. You're going to have to let this go. Really, you are. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this if he's married. These are the kind of things that, can happen if, like you say in the letter, you fall for each other quickly. When you do all this falling very quickly, you don't take the time to find out anything about him, to get to know this person. I mean, surely there were some kind of signs. I get it. He was at church with you. He prayed with you. You guys went on these lavish trips. He wanted to travel the world together with you and all this stuff. That could fool you because he spent so much time with you. I get it. But remember, you guys, got together quickly. But what you can't do, you cannot go into this, up to this man's wife and ruin her life. I mean, this is not your place. It's her husband's place to tell her all this. Why his brother called you, I'll never know, to let you know this and then to stop you at the hospital. That's very confusing. I get all of that. But this wife is going through enough right now with her husband in ICU, sick in the hospital. She's done nothing to you. You got to think of it that way. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. You want to get back at him. You want the wife to hurt. You want them to feel the pain you're feeling. But I just think the better way to handle this situation right now is just to leave this family alone. Just leave this family alone right now. You got to just leave it alone. You don't want to tell his wife. You don't want to do that. Anyway, I just think you should leave it. You're going to have to chalk this one up. Steve?
Wow. Well, I agree with what you said, Shirley. I do. But I'm not sure that I understand. Well, I do. All right. Let me just help you with this part. Met a guy a year ago, fell for each other, went on trips, went to church together, prayed. Man was so good, he even did most of the cooking. Now, here's the part. He told me that he was staying with his brother, only so he could save money to buy his first home. This could be a true fact. He could actually been staying with his brother. The fact that he got in an accident and got rushed to ICU, his brother called you because you his girl. You get to the hospital, he stops you, tell you you can't go in there to see him because his wife in there.
All right, hold on, Steve.
You understand the problem we got. We come back, I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, we'll get part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour. Subject, adding insult to injury. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, adding insult to injury.
Divorce lady stayed off the dating scene for 4 years, get herself together, make sure she didn't have no baggage. Met this really wonderful guy, super attentive, paid all the bills. They went on 2 lavish trips. He promised her that they was going to travel the world together. He attended church with me often. We prayed together. This man's so good. He did most of the cooking. He told me he was staying with his brother so he could save money to buy his first house. Everything seemed perfect. Till a week ago, your life got turned upside down. The brother called you and told you that he had an accident at work. You rushed to the hospital frantically. When you get there, the brother stopped you and told you you can't go in there because his wife was in ICU with him. I was like, what wife? Who the hell are you talking about? I was shocked and confused. I really wanted to bust a bit out to see this wife of his, but his brother made sure I didn't. Now, Shirley, you say, why did the brother call him? I'm wondering that too.
Yeah.
Why did the brother call you? Well, let's look at the possibility of it.
Okay.
Maybe, like he said, he was living with his brother. Maybe he separated and he was trying to get himself together. He met y'all because y'all went on lavish trips. He going to church with y'all all the time. He at the house cooking. So he ain't at home. And he can't just be gone from his wife. So maybe he was living at his wife. And maybe he was still married but separated. It could happen. But you don't know that. My question is, after a year, how the hell you ain't been over this man's house in a year? In 1 year, you ain't never went over the brother's house? Or did you go over the brother's house? And it looked like he lived there. He just never told you that he was married, getting a divorce, or told you he was separated. That could be the case. But you did not mention that you had not,
Go ahead. I'm saying the guy never mentioned that he had a wife, though.
No, he never mentioned. You never went over his house. He didn't bring up the wife.
Right.
Which is wrong. I admit that. Dead wrong. But, damn, you ain't either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, come on, man. Y'all, marriage never came up. You ever been married? Or when you asked him, was he married? He said, yeah, I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a partial lie because, well, that's an outright lie because you're still married to him. And, you know, he was living with his brother. That's what could happen. But now, as far as running up in this hotel room in ICU, so this wife can see you
in the hospital,
and he can see how hurt you are, and then tell the wife, hit a line that threw me.
What?
Do you think it's wrong if how did she put it? I want his wife to know that I should be in the room and not her. What?
No.
Stay away from this potential burial plot,
Come on
honey.
now.
Stay away from this.
Wait, do what, Steve?
Stay away from this potential need and burial plot. Play this out now. Let this play this. This ain't the time to run up in there and be the wife. Let him heal first. Don't run up in there, and then he don't make it. Okay? Just take your time. Let's think this out now. Let's just think this out. Run up in there trying to prove that you ought to be it, and then all of a sudden he died. Tag you it.
Yeah, she
now
can't
you
do
signing for the body and everything. Now you downstairs trying to work out some payments. Okay, all right now. Easy.
You're talking about health insurance.
Easy. I'm telling you right now. You don't know what his burial policy look like. You mess around, get your ass up in the situation with that funeral home down there. Black funeral homes get their money.
Make no mistake.
Oh, they gonna get their money or the service won't continue. You gonna get the money before the service go. Mess around, wake up, body be in your tree on your tree line.
Steve.
I'm just trying to throw it out there. Just little stuff like that. I did tell you I was gonna be ignorant today.
Yeah,
you done gave the good sis answer. But let's just be real.
She can't do that though to his wife. She cannot. She has no right to do that.
Or you could go on up in there.
And what?
And then your ass would be needing a bed right next to him.
Right.
She be in there taking care of both of y'all. He drank out the straw, then she let you drink out the straw.
Yeah.
Careful. You don't know what the situation is, and you should have been more inquisitive.
They fell for each other quickly, she said.
And that's it. And he been telling her he over at brother's house. I don't know how you dating a man for a year you ain't been to his house. Excuse me, and y'all live in the same city, and you think he's single. Now, if y'all living away from each other, that's one thing, and he always come to you. But hello, y'all got to think this out now. But I would definitely back up and see how he doing. He in ICU, you know. It's y'all to wait and see if he pulled through. None of that volunteer for this bill. I hope he pulled through too, but if he don't, you know, I didn't write the letter.
Okay, listen. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter. That was ignorant, Steve. At Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook.
Be in the waiting room. Is he? Did he? I'll go down to the hospital and visit. Be at the front desk.
Don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand, please. Coming up at 46 after the hour from The Talk, our girl, Sheryl Underwood, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, it's Carla's reality update. But right now, Steve, please introduce our girl from The Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sheryl Underwood.
Thank you, Steve Harvey.
Like I'm bringing out the Lakers.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Steve Harvey. And thank you, Carla. And thank you, Shirley. And hey, Junior.
Hey, what's up, Underwood?
What are you doing this weekend?
I'll be down in Columbia, South Carolina at the Township Auditorium.
Oh, man.
That's where you be this
boy? Yeah, I'll come at the Township this weekend.
Oh, with who?
Wow.
With me, James Brown, George Wallace, and Sherry Shepard.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a fabulous show. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Has Sherry Shepard ever tried to talk to you in a certain type of way?
No.
Why,
Cheryl? Why? Why are you asking that?
What? She my friend. But, you know, you got to ask. You know.
Girl code.
That's right.
Girlfriend code.
That's right. I mean, you know, if something jump off, you know, I'd do you a solid if somebody jump off. You know?
So crazy.
Crazy.
So, hey. So what are you thinking about these Republicans storming in places in this impeachment? And now they got the goods
Did you
on
see
front.
them old white men who have never picketed in their life?
Tried to.
In their life.
They was in
their
line
life.
stumbling on each other and stuff, trying to touch each other back, make sure we
Yeah.
in a row.
Dropping
I
they
said,
signs.
boy, y'all old ass people ain't ever picketed.
Trump
No,
probably told
no.
them to go in there and do that.
I'm wondering, what do Trump have on all these people that
They
he can
scared
get
of
them
him.
to act a fool?
They scared of him,
him?
Cheryl.
Yeah.
They are so afraid of him.
Well, they better get ready because we ready to vote. Once you compare your impeachment situation to lynching, we gonna vote you right up out of office. Why? Because you can survive an impeachment inquiry. You have never survived a lynching. Ain't nobody ever lynched Donald Trump and cut his fingers off and burn people at the stake that people have gone through. When you talking about black people, Jews, Catholics, ain't nobody ever did that. So we gonna vote your. I'm sorry, Carla. I'm about to say
no.
Right out of
you
office.
Keeping it real, Cheryl. 100.
Can I can keep it real? I keep it real.
Yeah.
So I can say it.
Yeah, go
We'll
ahead.
vote your ass right out of office. We ain't gonna forget this one. Be ready. Everybody vote. Get their early ballot, the absentee ballot, all of them. Vote in all our name. African name, slave name, Muslim name, every name you got.
Government
we vote
name.
him right up out of office. With the government name. We ain't forgetting this, Shirley Strawberry. We ain't forgetting this.
Cheryl,
The
I'm with you,
Democrats need to impeach him. The Senate need to get a backbone and put him right out of office. But if they don't, we'll see you in November, punk. Oh, sorry. Did I go too fast? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
All
I'm
right.
comfortable with it. I like
Cheryl,
it.
we got to get out of here. We thank
I'm
you
a
so much. We
Republican. I
love
can
you,
say
girl.
that.
Coming
I
up
can
at
say
the
that,
top
Shirley.
of the hour, Carla's reality update right after this.
Bye, Junior.
All right, girl.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Junior, come on in for Tommy. Introduce Carla.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. It's time for reality update.
Wow.
Thank you, Junior. All right, let's switch it up a little bit. We're going to talk about Married to Medicine.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, that's
yeah,
my show.
Quad.
Is it
Say it like you mean it.
That's your
Never
first
seen
line every reality update.
Girl, I ain't know. If all of them was in front of me, I wouldn't know who the hell they were.
Well, Quad isn't backing down from her accusations that Mariah used cocaine before. This is just too much.
Mariah
And then-
Carey is on
yeah.
the show.
No. No. So anyway, the ladies went on a trip to Savannah, and poor Dr. Jackie. We love Dr. Jackie. Shout out to Dr. Jackie because she listens to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Hey, Dr.
Hey,
Jackie.
Dr. Jackie.
But anyway, yes, she is trying her best to help to get these ladies together and squash their beefs and
She's
get
always
along.
a
but
peacemaker, Carla.
she is trying, but it ain't easy for Dr. Jackie. Give up, child, because it ain't working. Anyway, Mariah is not fooling with Quad, and my girl took a drug test to prove that she is not on drugs. Mariah showed up with receipts, honey, and drug test results, and she showed them to Toya's husband, Dr. Eugene, and he said, wow, you took a drug test similar to like what boxers and fighters take. So, she's really trying to prove that she doesn't use drugs. Also, Dr. Contessa, her and her husband, Dr. Scott, they probably need to go to some counseling or therapy, marriage couple therapy, because I think she's starting to resent her husband. She went away to Tennessee.
Oh, this
She
ugly
enrolled
marriage
herself.
right there. When they start resenting you, oh, it's ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she enrolled in furthering her education, if you will. She's already a doctor, and she wanted to get involved in social programming and medical needs and things like that, just going a different way. But she had to take more schooling and classes to get that done, and she was gone a lot. And she would come home on the weekends, but her husband was holding it down with their 3 children, and he's a doctor. So he basically told her, this ain't working. You need to come back to Atlanta and be a wife, be a mom, and help me out because it's too much. So she felt like they could have got through it if he would have supported her a little bit more. So I think there's going to be some issues with them. So they need to really work it out. Yeah. Dr. Jackie even told her that too. Get some advice. You guys probably need counseling and therapy with that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'll watch and keep you posted.
Yeah, and they had a strong marriage to begin with, too. They did. But
they did. It seems like when you get on these reality shows, man,
you're right, girl.
You're married.
I just don't see how a reality show enhances a marriage.
Right.
I don't. Now, all of them, it's not bad for all of them, but the majority of them, there's no way to work through your problems and stuff in private. And I don't care who you're married to, you're going to have some challenging times. So you got to be able to sit and talk with them. And that can't be privy to the public.
Yeah, it just seems like all these reality shows, like you know, these strong couples, they start off so strong and loving marriage and relationships, and man, drama. So in other reality news, before we run out of time, let me tell you this. Ray J and Princess Love, you know, they star on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. They are expecting their second child, so congratulations
Go ahead,
to
Ray
Princess
J.
Love. Yeah, so they had this cute gender reveal. Ray and Princess, they took their 1-year-old daughter. They have a little girl, Melody. She's so cute. Anyway, they decided to go to a helicopter base, and they were going to do the baby gender reveal there. But Princess decided that it was too much for Melody, the baby, with the noise and the helicopters. She's too young. It's too loud. So Ray J went up in a helicopter and rode around and up in the sky. They released the smoke, and it was blue. So congratulations, Ray J is having a boy.
Ray J Jr.
Yeah, Ray J Jr. Well, Ray J's already a junior, I think. So there you go. So congratulations to them. And if you want to keep this conversation going, hit me up at Lips by Carla on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and we will be back at 20 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Mourners, constituents, and other well-wishers paid respects to U.S. Representative Elijah Cummings on Wednesday, and his body lay in repose at Morgan State University in Baltimore. Mr. Cummings' body will lie in state today in the National Statuary Hall of the U.S. Capitol. A wake and funeral for Mr. Cummings is planned for Friday at the New Psalmist Baptist Church in Baltimore, where the congressman worshiped for nearly 4 decades. A sharecropper's son, Mr. Elijah Cummings, went on to become a lawyer and elected official, and most recently leading one of the U.S. House committees conducting an impeachment inquiry of President Donald Trump. He was also known as a powerful orator and passionate advocate for the poor in his Baltimore area district, and he will be missed.
Yes.
Really
People are already feeling it.
Well-respected man right there. A hard worker and committed to the cause, brother.
Yeah. Irreplaceable, too.
Yeah, we lost a giant. He
we
was
did.
A great leader. Yeah.
Representative Elijah Cummings. He was 68.
68.
Yeah, 68.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's young, man.
Fairly young, definitely young. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, just sad to think about that. I really look forward to him on that committee and asking those tough questions and getting those hard answers. I really did. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so in today's entertainment news, according to multiple media outlets, Van Lathan was fired from TMZ. He put his hand around the throat of co-host Michael Babcock. Reportedly, after shooting a segment together for TMZ Live, Van told Babcock if he ever embarrassed him like that again, there would be trouble. According to Page 6, Van decided to return to confront Babcock and walked all the way across the room, came from behind Babcock and grabbed him. And it seemed that there was a disagreement between the two during the discussion about the video of Ellen DeGeneres talking to former President George W. Bush at the Dallas Cowboys football game recently. Wow.
Oh, man.
Van was one of the staples on that show. Everybody waited to hear what Van had to say. He was funny, insightful, bright. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Smart.
the brother that confronted Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But you can't.
Can't put your
Yeah,
hands.
where the emotion come from? You can't put your hands on nobody now. At work?
Yeah.
What?
Not no more. You can, but you ain't gonna be working there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you can do
you
it.
go with that.
Yeah, you can go with that feeling of anger, but you ain't gonna be working on them. I like that dude though, man. I think he'll be back at work though. He'll be back at work. Not at TMZ, but he'll be back at work.
Yeah. Babcock
Yeah,
was the one with the
podcast.
hair, the big hair. Everybody,
I don't even
he's
know
known
who that
for
is.
his hair.
Yeah,
He's known for his
I
hair.
like Van better. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Van.
Like a Willie Turner moment right there.
Well, we're going to move on, Junior, after that comment, okay? In other entertainment news.
Give him my check. Give him my check. Give him my check.
TT.
Drake received not one, but 2 rings celebrating the Toronto Raptors' 2019 NBA championship win. One ring is the official NBA championship ring. It was awarded to the team on Tuesday at the opening night ceremony. The other one is a commission piece from Jason of Beverly Hills, who used 30 carats of diamonds to make a championship ring that shines just a little harder than all the rest. The celeb jeweler told TMZ that Drake had to fly me to the Turks and Caicos for an emergency design meeting. The real team
Not
ring.
emergency.
I know, an emergency design meeting. Okay, when you got it like that, you got it like that. Okay. Have you ever had to do that, Steve? You're rich. Have you ever had to fly someone in for an emergency design meeting?
Nope.
No jewelry?
Nope. Nah, you can email me the design. Yeah. You ain't got to come here.
But to Turks and Caicos, though, I love it. All right, coming up, our last break of the day and some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this at 49 minutes after.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are on this Thursday, right before we head into the weekend, and I know you have some closing remarks for us today.
Yeah, Sheryl Underwood was on the show, and we were having a little conversation about politics. We were having a show on the show earlier today. Sheryl was talking about politics, and we have to get out and vote. I can't tell you all how important all of the upcoming elections are going to be. Anything you have to vote, any local authority, any Senate, Congress, I don't care what it is. The presidential election is next November, a little over a year from now. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. We really have got to we've got to get prepared. We've got to get ourselves in a position, y'all, to make a difference. Now, I asked everybody to go out and vote for Hillary Clinton, and you did to a degree. And she won the popular vote by over 3 million votes. I think that's the number, probably more than that. But she won the popular vote by over 3 million votes. The electoral vote is what hurt us. But we could have won the electoral votes had we won a couple of states, Michigan and Wisconsin, not to mention Philadelphia, Richmond, Virginia, what they did over there. But we've got to vote, y'all. Because let me tell you something about this president that we have. He can survive one more year as president. He could possibly win it and become president for one more year. He'll survive that. We cannot survive another year of this man. I've never seen a person more non-caring for the less fortunate than him, and he doesn't care. And we've got to get out and vote to change some things, man. This is our life. But we got to get out and vote with a sense of duty, in that so many people before us paved the way so we could vote. We owe them at least that. And then we've got to have a sense of purpose. If you don't like what's happening in the White House, you can change it with your vote. That's going to have to be a collective number of votes to make a difference, but your vote can be part of the collective that we need to get this man out of office. Now, look, if you're a Trump supporter, I'm not mad at you. Look, they're only one vote too, just like I'm only one vote. But what I'm saying to you is this: if you know what's going on is wrong, if you know this is foul up there, if you know it, come on, man. Why not? We've got to do something. If you watch TV and you watch CNN, man, what this cabinet, the whole cabinet, his lawyers, listen, Rudy, what's his name? The lawyer.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani has to get a lawyer because they've discovered some things he doing was unscrupulous. His personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, is already in jail doing time. They want to put Manafort in jail. They wanted to put Flynn in jail. Everybody that was high-level position connected to this man is going to jail. Something's wrong here, man. And for them to make it seem like it's the norm, it's not. And so we got a chance to do something about it, but I think we got to get started now. We got to get everybody we know. We got to start registering. We can't wait till the last minute. That's all I really need to say, because anything else I say is going to get me in a lot of trouble. But let's vote. Let's just get out and vote. Those are my closing remarks. We have to vote in all elections. That's it, my closing remarks.
Yeah, we
All right, Steve.
Done.
Drop the mic.
Needed to be said.
Yep,
Yes,
it
sir.
certainly did. We cannot sleep on
cannot.
this election next year. Any of them.
I'm just tired of rushing in the house to see what he did today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it gets old. It does, because...
Man.
365 consecutive days.
Yeah, just
I mean,
be
man,
presidential and run the country.
He's not presidential. He's told the Republicans, for those of you that don't stick with me, you're nothing but human scum.
Yes,
Scum.
I know.
Yeah. Who says that? Oh, my goodness. And it seems like Giuliani's going to be the fall guy.
Well, they've already
He
said
has
he's
plenty of
lawyering
them.
up.
Yup.
Mm-hmm. He's lawyering up, so... Whew.
Y'all need to
Man.
vote. Local elections,
Mhm.
national. Steve, you said it. Yeah. That's it.
Everything. And we got to fill out these census forms. That's
Yes, we
another
do.
smart thing.
Yes, sir.
We've got to fill out these census forms and get it in. We have to get more representation through an actual census head count.
Right.
It would mean a lot for us in terms of
Resources
programming.
for community.
Yes.
Resources. Resources
Money.
is the word I was looking
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got to do it. We cannot sit this one out, or any of them, but we really can't afford
Yeah.
to sit this next one out.
Make it
You're
fun
so
when
right.
you go to the poll. Carpool. Take people with you.
Yeah.
Turn your favorite song on.
Whew.
Go to
Yeah, it's a lot.
Popeyes,
Get some
Chick-fil-A,
chicken.
and then go vote.
Yeah.
All that you got to do.
Everything.
Whatever
Well,
it
be
is.
careful. Be careful, Carla, because, you know, a lot of people, if they got to rule out one, we're going to lose them.
Okay.
Either
Go
this
get your
chicken
damn
sandwich.
chicken
They go
sandwich and
stand
then
in
go
line.
vote.
That's true, Steve. You're
Uh-huh.
right. Correct me on that.
Yeah.
But see, you stand in line to get a chicken sandwich.
It's ridiculous.
iPhone.
You
Y'all
sit
just
all
better
night
vote.
long outside the Apple Store to get the new phone.
Mm-hmm.
People line
Yes,
up at
yes.
Foot Lockers and stuff to get the new sneakers. We got to care about it. I'm telling you right now, we got to do better than this, man, because he can survive for more years. I don't think we can.
For all Steve Harvey
No.
contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.